First Centennial Title Company in Nevada. Okay, this is the title insurance policy for Zero Paw Springs, where they did a subdivision in there, and they went around and they didn't tell Wilcox Ranch about it to this day, and they've blocked a waterway, Wilcox Ranch Ditch Company, and that waterway has been blocked for approximately a year now. There has been several letters, and including the court filing in CV 2500680. They were noticed about the blockage. The State Water Conservation Board, James Henson, they never contacted us whatsoever about the blockage of the waterway, which we have title rights, Wilcox Ranch Ditch Company. They blocked the waterway, no engineering. They're doing grading, unlawful grading, no permits, and blocking the waterway.
I'd also like to add that I submitted a FOIA to Washoe County on Zero Paw Springs as to the existence of any building permits or grading permits or anything like that. They have no grading permits, no building permits, no permits or environmental studies to block a waterway, and
well, let alone the title rights of the ditch company that a lot of us are that was represented on our titles.
And I have it in writing in that FOIA that says no action was taken.
Okay, this title insurance, this is going to be considered a title claim against this policy number right here. This order number P-24045284-RB, this person here. Now, this was done on October 14th, 2024. I was never notified about this. So apparently somebody bought this property, and here's the, loan amount $1. I don't know what's going on here, okay?
Well, the other thing is they've now turned the 211-acre property into 5 40-plus acre properties, which are all subject to Wilcox Ranch.
Well, there's something shady going on here.
What's going on here?
This I have the title insurance policy, okay, but I want to go through here. Okay, they talk about some of this stuff. This thing's 14 pages.
I think that may be my title company also. First Centennial.
Well, I think you're First American. Okay, so they're going through here. They bought this, and then they went around with the state, and they're subdividing it with Washoe County and rubber stamping the subdivision when we already told Truckee Meadows Fire Department that there's emergency service issues, and also the commissioner, Gene Herman, is on the fire department commission, and she's up there selling properties.
And she's a county commissioner.
Yeah, so you got all this stuff, but this is the entire policy, and I'm going to make a claim against this title insurance. Okay, that's coming, because now that I have the policy, what they've done here is straight up title fraud. Okay, this company never called me to ask me anything about it, and they're representing this thing, so we're going to contact them and make a claim on this. Okay, and they can tell, their attorneys can tell us who's liable for this. Okay, this title company never contacted us for whatever reason. Either somebody's telling them this and that or whatever, but it's all on the record, and this is that the title company's job. This is the same thing. Our titles are defective when we bought them, But if you go through here, they got all this legalese in here. But what you're going to see here is that First Centennial Title Company in Nevada, okay, issuing, these are all the numbers here. in the schedule. Let's see here, but invested in, this is the people that bought it, an LLC, and we're going to check into who the investors and officers are of this LLC. But let's see, go down here. It talks about.
I have a strange feeling that we're going to find out that someone that we already have mentioned.
Well, I think there's a lot of that going on up there. There's been a lot of properties all of a sudden bought by one individual there. But you go down here, this is the address right here. But
to make note, it's the same person committing the rock terrorism.
Yeah. And but you go through here, you know, what's all going on here. See, the county's all these special taxes, they're all profiting. Washoe County. Okay, we have a claim against them for $5 million, Washoe County. Okay, we have so much evidence against these people. Their MO is just to deny everything. Okay, but you go down here, you know, they talk about Truckee Meadows District and all this, and there's no fire access. You know, you can't get a fire truck up in there. Okay, and they're over there blocking the waterway. That's going to flood out, blow that out. They've refused to undo it. We told Chad Geisinger of Washoe County Planning and Building, you know, he's involved in this and he's done nothing about it. Okay, they get a free pass, right? Well, here, any fees which may be or may become due to Wilcox Ranch, there's all kinds of fees due to that. They never called to ask about it, but they put it in their papers here. So they went around this, and I challenged them to prove that they contacted us. I never got a call.
They had to do their due diligence to look up on who is the officers, acting officers of Wilcox Ranch currently, which would have been us.
They got all this in recorded to 16. These documents, this is talking about the document that Gail Kern recorded, and then they re-recorded it on February 21st, 2018. These are the lien documents. Here they are here. The documents filed with Washoe County 4602183 and 4789730 official records. Nobody called me from this title company. Okay? And then they're over there blocking the waterways at the same time and dividing this thing into 5 different properties. Okay, Schedule C. And they talk about Wilcox Ranch right here. Okay, an easement for roadway purpose set forth in here. It's all in here, 1981, that they voted in a perpetuity. Okay, these people that say it doesn't exist after they voted in a perpetuity are responsible to bring those roads up to Washoe County grading code.
Just a little correction. It voted into perpetuity 2018.
Yes. And then some of them were taking checks after it. And then the former officers resigned and were taking checks over $2,000 with no accounting for it. After they resigned, I don't know how they were doing that or who was authorizing them to do it. I can prove it.
An attorney, Gail A. Kern, taking over $11,000 worth of legal fees.
Well, that's just in the 5 year. Yeah, that's about 5 years. Okay, she made all these representations too, and she's an attorney, and we've contacted her. She's refusing to do anything about it. We actually subpoenaed her, and they blew that off. And she was a defendant, and CV 2500680, and she answered it, and some BS. Oh, I wasn't served. She's an attorney. It was served on your office to one of your agents, and you're trying to play. Oh, I wasn't served. She knows damn well what's going on here. Okay, we're going to make a reservation of rights of title insurance against this title company for what's going on here. Stand by.